Samantha and Jake, the perfect couple. At least that's what everyone saw. Dinner parties with friends, Sunday brunch with his family, vacations meticulously documented on social media. Their life together, a carefully curated image of happiness.
I had always envisioned this life, a life of stability and love. And for a while, it was perfect. The excitement of our early relationship, the comfort of our shared routines, the unspoken promise of forever.
But lately, a creeping doubt had begun to cloud Samantha's mind.
Was this it? Was this all there was?
Samantha found herself going through the motions, smiling at the right times, laughing at his jokes, even if they weren't funny anymore. The passion, the spark that had once ignited their relationship seemed to have dwindled to embers, barely flickering beneath the surface.
I craved something more, a sense of excitement that had gone missing from my life. The thought gnawed at me, leaving me feeling lost and unfulfilled. I loved Jake, I really did. But love, I was beginning to realize, was a complicated, ever-evolving emotion.
Work had become Samantha's escape. Her marketing job provided a welcome distraction from the monotony of her personal life. And then came Eric. New to the team, Eric was everything Jake wasn't. Confident, charismatic, with a quick wit and an easy smile that could light up a room.
Our initial interactions were purely professional, but I couldn't deny the undeniable chemistry between us. Our conversations flowed effortlessly, filled with laughter and shared interests.
Eric seemed to understand her in a way that Jake no longer did. He listened intently, his gaze never wavering, making her feel seen and heard. He challenged her intellectually, pushing her to think outside the box.
I found myself drawn to his energy, his zest for life. He was like a breath of fresh air in my otherwise predictable existence. The guilt gnawed at me, a constant reminder of my betrayal. But the allure of Eric, of feeling alive again, proved too strong to resist.
What started as harmless flirting quickly escalated into something more dangerous. Stolen glances across the office, late-night work sessions that stretched into the early hours, texts that made her heart race.
Our connection deepened, our conversations becoming more intimate, our boundaries blurring with each passing day. I tried to justify my actions, telling myself it was just a harmless flirtation, a way to feel good about myself again.
But deep down, Samantha knew she was playing with fire. The guilt was a heavy weight on her chest, threatening to suffocate her. Yet she couldn't bring herself to pull away.
Eric made me feel alive, desired, appreciated. He filled a void in my life that I hadn't even realized existed. Our stolen moments, though laced with guilt, became my escape from the mundane reality of my life with Jake. The line between right and wrong had become blurred, and I found myself on a slippery slope, unsure of how to find my way back.
Jake started to notice.
Samantha's distant behavior, her frequent late nights at work, the secretive phone calls she would quickly end whenever I was around.
At first, he dismissed it as stress, the demands of her job. But as the days turned into weeks, his concern morphed into suspicion. He saw the way Samantha's face lit up whenever she received a text, the way she seemed to be living a double life, one that didn't include him.
One evening, as Samantha was getting ready for yet another work dinner, I finally confronted her. Is there someone else?
Samantha's heart sank. She had never meant to hurt him, but she couldn't deny the truth any longer. The words caught in her throat, her guilt suffocating her. She tried to explain, to downplay her feelings for Eric, but the damage was done. The look on Jake's face, a mixture of betrayal and heartbreak, was a reflection of her own shattered conscience.
Jake, I'm so sorry. I never wanted this to happen.
The annual company gala. Samantha had been dreading this night for weeks. The guilt of her secret weighed heavily on her, and the thought of facing Jake, of pretending everything was okay, filled her with dread. She knew she couldn't keep up the charade any longer. But the thought of the consequences, of the life she was about to shatter, terrified her.
I can't believe I'm doing this. I just want it to be over.
As the evening wore on, fueled by champagne and a desperate attempt to forget her worries, Samantha found herself laughing a little too loudly, drinking a little too much.
Hey Samantha, are you all right? You seem different tonight.
And then it happened. In a moment of drunken recklessness, Samantha let her guard down. One stolen kiss with Eric, a moment of fleeting passion witnessed by a room full of co-workers, including a stunned and heartbroken Jake.
Samantha, how could you?
The silence that followed was deafening. Samantha watched in horror as the color drained from Jake's face, his eyes filled with a mixture of anger and pain. In that instant, the carefully constructed facade of her life crumbled around her, leaving behind a wreckage of broken promises and shattered dreams.
Jake, please let me explain.